This is the best bamboo wood farm for Minecraft Bedrock. It's going to get you over 18 stacks of bamboo every single hour, so settle in and let's build. The first thing you want to do is find an area to build the farm, and a flat area like this is absolutely perfect. And then the first thing we want to do is set down 3 blocks. Remove these 2 blocks right here and place down a double chest. We're then going to place down 8 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then an extra block. Same thing over here, we're going to place down 16 blocks now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 blocks, and then an extra block. Go ahead and place down those 8 again, and then the extra block, and then connect this up to make a giant rectangle, which should be a 18 by 10 block rectangle. We're then going to place down an upside down stair, so that way we can open this chest. We're going to remove these 2 blocks right here, and then we're going to create a strip that is 6 blocks long. And then we're going to remove these blocks right here to create this shape on this side, and that is the side that is next to this double chest right here. We're then going to do a similar thing on this side, except we're just going to remove this 1 strip of blocks, just like so. So a straight line with a 1 block gap, and then that shape over there. We're going to grab our hoppers now, and we are going to remove this block right here, which is our chest. And then we're going to go all the way over to 1 block away from our line. We're going to fill in this hole now with our hoppers, which is going to be where the minecart hopper is going to drop off all of the bamboo. Once we get across here, we're going to grab our redstone torches now. Fill in the floor with redstone torches. Same thing on this side, redstone torches going all the way across, and as well inside of that hole. You can use whatever blocks you want. I'm using building blocks just to make it a little easier to keep track of in the tutorial. But you could easily just use your grass blocks or dirt blocks that you've just removed, digging out that hole. Once it's done, this is what you should be left with. We're going to grab our powered rail now, place down a powered rail on this side, and then our regular rail. We're going to place down regular rail going all the way across these hoppers, and on every one of these marked blocks right here, we're going to place down a powered rail, 2 rails, powered rail, regular rail going all the way across, and then a powered rail, regular rail, regular rail, regular rail, regular, it's a tongue twister. And then we're going to, again, just snake this all the way across until we have filled out the entire floor. And once you're done filling out the floor with rails, this is what it should look like. It looks very nice, very symmetrical, very, very pretty. We're then going to grab our blocks, and we're just going to create another rim of blocks going all the way across here. And then we're going to fill in this layer right above the rails with grass blocks. And if you don't have grass blocks, then dirt blocks. In the materials list, I said dirt blocks because they're easier to acquire, but I much prefer the aesthetic of grass blocks. So that is what I am going to be using. Once we have filled out this giant section right here, we are actually going to start building the flying machine, which is going to be the thing that harvests all of the bamboo. So we need our immovable objects now, and we are going to go from this chest on the left side here. We're going to go over 2 blocks, place down 3 building blocks, and then a obsidian block. In the materials list, I said obsidian or grindstones. That is because obsidian is super easy to acquire, but grindstones are craftable. So you can use either one, and actually you can look up a list of immovable objects if you want, but it is important that these are immovable objects. I'm going to be using obsidian, but again, grindstones work perfectly well. We're going to come over to the other side of the farm now. On this block, we're going to come over 2, place down our 3 building blocks, and then the obsidian block. And these are going to be the stoppers for the flying machine, so it's going to go from here to here, and that way it's not just going to fly off into the distance. Alright, and believe it or not, this flying machine is extremely simple to build. All we're going to do is place down 5 slime blocks, just like this. I'm then going to place down a piston and then a sticky piston, grab the observer, and we're going to place the observer looking out from the flying machine. I'm then going to place down another observer right there. We're going to grab our sticky piston now, flip it around so that they are looking in opposite directions, grab the slime blocks, place them like so, and then 3 more, so 1, 2, 3, which should take up the entire platform, so it is 8 blocks long. I'm then going to come on this side, place down another piston, and then an observer looking out of the flying machine, and then another observer looking into this piston, which is going to power this sticky piston. So since we have our stoppers here, I can actually just go ahead and place down a block here to update it. And as you can see, it's going to go across. Let me just remove that. And it is going to fly across, and this is actually going to be how we knock down the bamboo. And then the minecart hopper, which we will place later, is going to collect all of the bamboo. It's going to stop there, and we can send it back. So it is a very simple two-way flying machine, which I am extremely, extremely happy with. And the next thing we're going to do is place down our obsidian. But again, if you have grindstones or any other immovable object, you're more than welcome to use that as well. But I'm going to place down glass blocks in both of these corners. Place down an obsidian block and then a glass block. Same thing over here, obsidian and then a glass block and then obsidian going across the top here. And this is going to make it so that the flying machine doesn't stick to the sides of the walls. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to place down our obsidian and then our glass blocks and then our obsidian, and then glass block, and then an obsidian strip going across. Now again, I'm using glass blocks, and in the materials list I said that you could use building blocks, and that's because I just want to be able to see the bamboo. If you don't care and you just want a working farm, you could use cobblestone, you could use whatever, but I think that the glass makes it look a lot cooler. And the last place we need to have these immovable objects is going to be across here and across here. However, you might want to leave a 1-block gap, that way you don't have to break this obsidian, and that's going to allow you to get in here to continue building and place down the bamboo and whatnot. Speaking of, now is a perfectly good time to place down our bamboo, so that way it starts growing while we continue building. So we're just going to place down bamboo going all the way across here, which should be about 100, well, not about be, it should be exactly 128 bamboo, which is a very decent amount. I should have mentioned this earlier, but you could technically make this a lot longer if you modified the rails underneath, and maybe made like a more sophisticated unloading system. I'm perfectly happy with this size, but this is a very easily expandable farm design. So again, we're just going to fill in the entire floor with bamboo. And the reason why I say that this is a perfectly fine number of bamboo is because, as you can see, it is already growing. Bamboo grows insanely fast. Now we are going to fill in these walls with glass blocks or regular blocks, and this might actually be a little bit easier to do on the outside. So let's do this first layer right here. We're just going to fill it in with glass, and again, let's just leave this open for now, so that way we can still get into the farm. We're going to place down glass going across here, and then we're just going to continue making this wall so that it is 16 blocks high. So this is the third layer, so we need to build 13 more blocks tall, using glass or a building block. All right, and after placing down all of the glass, this is what it should look like. Again, 16 blocks tall. Realistically, this bamboo is never going to get that tall. However, that is as tall as bamboo can get, so it's kind of a worst case scenario. But if you did want to shorten this, it really wouldn't be the end of the world. Like if you were building it underground or something, I think you could build this underground. So next what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cobblestone now, or whatever building block you were using, and we're going to go on this second layer right here, place down our block right here. Then we're going to place down a daylight detector, place down 2 blocks, and then a block right here, have a redstone dust running into this block, and then a redstone torch on this side. And then going to run cobblestone going all the way across here, and we are going to have it be right here, I believe. We'll actually send it back, so I'll know exactly. And then we're going to come across here. We're going to wrap this around this obsidian block right here, and then we are going to have it come in front of this observer. We're then going to grab our redstone dust, and we're going to run our redstone dust going all the way across here into the observer here, which that's perfect. We sent it across. And then we're just going to go ahead and replace this redstone dust right here with a redstone repeater. We're going to come over here now, and we're going to grab our redstone dust, run it across, and have it go. Okay, let me just quickly remove this. Place down the redstone torch. We are going to place down our redstone repeater right here. We're going to fix this redstone torch now, and then we're going to place down our redstone dust on this observer. You'll see that some of the bamboo flew out, but honestly, it's not the end of the world because this thing produces so much. The little loss that we get from having the bamboo shoot out really doesn't mean much in the end. So this is how we are going to automate it. So at daytime, the piston or the flying machine should be on this side, and when it is nighttime, it should be on this side. Or maybe it's the other way around. It doesn't really matter. We are basically moving this every time the daylight cycle changes, which is a great way to automate this thing. And so let's just go ahead and place down our final obsidian and our final glass. And the last thing we have to do, oh man, we're not collecting anything. That's because we haven't placed down our minecart hopper yet. And to get this thing going, it's extremely simple. Just remove the block next to the chest here, and on this powered rail, as soon as we set it down, it should go across, and that is going to start picking up all of the bamboo that is on the ground. And again, because this is my tutorial world, I have these command blocks which kill tile entities and sheep. So now if we come over here, all of the bamboo is now going to start dropping, and it's going to get picked up and placed inside of this chest. So I'm going to go ahead and AFK for about an hour, and I'm going to see you when the rates are done, or when the thing is done. Alright, and I already AFK'd in this version, so as you can see, I used grindstones. This was the design I used last night when I was designing the farm. So I AFK'd for about an hour, and I got just over 18 stacks. This is absolutely incredible. That is so much bamboo from such a little farm. Again, this thing is like crazy expandable. You could expand it super long and have this flying machine just go back and forth. But yeah, this thing is absolutely awesome. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. My name is OneUpMC, and I'll catch you in the next one.